we'll crack on then. Target setting, like we talked about, like I just mentioned, all students, they need targets, and that's what all sports people do, and a big success with British cycling this year, and the concept around marginal gains was developed by Dave Brailsford of the British cycling team. And what he did and his concept and idea was all about making tiny adjustments to lots of different things, and by improving lots of different things a little percentage, you are going to get a bigger marginal gain, a bigger percentage of improvement over the duration of the Tour de France that they did. But how we link it into GCSE is, if we can make little differences along lots of different units and different aspects of behaviour and motivation, that's where we've started to see some improved performance within GCSE. We've said that it's got to be key for students to be motivated, for them to achieve their goals. If we can increase that motivation and give them a sense of belonging and a sense of achievement, and they can see the finish line and what they want, they're more likely to strive for it and go the extra mile to achieve that one. What is really important is to get the goals of any student set down in writing. If we can get students to write the goals down, and for them to be tangible and make them see them and the real, and they're there for them to refer to and look at all the time, it's going to increase that motivation as they're constantly being reinforced on what they've got to do and what they need to do to achieve their goals. By posting them and making them visible for everyone to see, it creates a sense of achievement and competition amongst students. And you'll hear me over the next couple of hours talk a lot about the importance of competition and really showing off pupil progress, because what they see one of their peers doing is something that they might strive to do, or they'll be competitive to improve performance that way. And it's about posting them in visible places, using and utilising notice boards you've got around the school, using Twitter feeds if you've got one, or department blogs, classroom displays. I think if students get that sense of achievement, and they're more likely to push on and do really well within the theory work. Looking at the marginal gains then, like I mentioned, a 1% change in lots of different aspects will equal overall a lot bigger change and a bigger improvement in performance. So at Westfield, what we've started to do is we break down the course into lots of different units, and we look at how we can impact slightly on each one of those to improve and to get a bigger marginal gain over the 2 years that they take the course. If we can get students to understand the importance of arriving on time for lessons, ensuring they've got correct equipment, ensuring they've got they complete all homework set, if we can ensure that they make slight changes and make a consistent effort to do all those things, those little changes in their philosophy and outlook on their GCSE work is going to all add up to make a lot bigger change. You can see from the picture here, this is an example of a student, not from our school, from another school I've taken the image from, and you can see lots of different marginal gains that they wish to improve or revise before the exam. That's something that they can do, pretty obvious, but some students will do more than others. But if they can perhaps go that extra mile, that little bit further within just that little component, it's going to help them improve their theory score. That's just one way they can do it. Be familiar with technical words so they can relate to them and answer that, especially the long answer questions within exams, which students tend to struggle with. If we can get them more familiar with terminology that's used within questions, and we can do that consistently within our GCSE theory lesson delivery, then they've got more of a chance of succeeding better in the long run. I'm not going to dwell too much on it because you've got these slides and you can look back and refer at this in your own time. Displaying pupil progress, massive, like we've talked about. Giving them the visuality of seeing where they are and are they on track is been a significant difference at Westfield from years before, where we've not had such good GCSE results through obviously publicising the tracker and making students very, very clear, and parents may add, on what they are actually achieving and in what units. We as teachers can see the sense of competition amongst students increase straight away, and they're always striving to be better than their peers. So you can see a couple of examples from the tracker that we use, and a poster notice board that's from another school, but we have implemented something similar where it's very visual. The students can see what grade they're on and what they need to do to get to the next grade. Google Drive is the first web tool that I'm going to talk to you about, which is really good and has had a massive effect on our department. Google Drive is it's an online storage system, and we've got our Key Stage 3 and 4 trackers up there now on Google Drive, and the benefits of this is that it can have multiple editors all at once. It's online, it's in an accessible place, and you can get onto that tracker whenever you need it. We can pull it up in lessons, and that tracker can then be shared via our virtual learning environment at school, or what we've started to do a lot is using a web tool called Edmodo, which we'll talk about later, to just make the students even more aware of what the grades they're currently at and where they've got to go, where the weaknesses are lying, what they need to work on. Looking at what Ofsted say then, and a few quotes taken from the outstanding framework. And pupils should be provided with opportunities to apply and develop their ICT capability through the use of ICT tools to support the learning of all subjects. This is all achieved and can be achieved through the use of good modern technologies. If we pull out specific parts of that, it'll say you can see, as a result, pupils make rapid and sustained progress. All teachers have consistently high expectations of all students. So pupils that use these smartphones and iPads and things within lessons, or have these devices, have the knowledge of using them. So we have got them high expectations already of students to use mobile technology. Pupils highly enjoy using handheld technology, and then that links to students all having high levels of enthusiasm for the subject that they're learning. And you can see the links easily that the Ofsted framework has, and how we can use and implement modern technology into achieving and making the most of that framework. So we're going to look ideas for engaging the pupils in the three aspects. We know as teachers and professionals and as educators that when it comes to GCSE theory, a lot of the pupils are a lot less motivated when they know that they're going to do a PE lesson sat in a classroom. So we've got to think and we've got to look as educators consistently, how can we make lessons interesting? What would we want to do? What would you want to do if you were sat there in a lesson? What do you want to listen to? What do you want to see? What do you want to do? And 9 times out of 10 you're not going to get the answer of I just want to be spoke to and just go through a PowerPoint on the board. And I've seen a lot of practice, and I've seen a lot of teachers deliver theory consistently that way. Yes, it might work for some students, but I know that a lot of our students at Westfield, this is something that they definitely do not they do not like, and the way we've changed it is to try and embrace and use all these modern technologies in different innovative ways to teach them. Looking at specific content within